Hi guys, we are here in the WWD studios here at WWD Magic, and I'm super excited. I'm sat here with Charlie Riddle, who is the creative director of artistry for Jane Cosmetics, and is just coming off the heels of basically leading the beauty charge at a lot of great shows at Fashion Week. And we're going to talk about some of the main kind of fall 17 beauty trends that we should be expecting to see more on the everyday lady.
Yes, absolutely. So there's been some great trends that we saw this past season and some interesting ones. So I think it's a different perspective, and beauty's ever changing into the intersection of fashion. So I think these are great looks that can wear as accessories into your daily routine.
First trend is
Yes.
graphic eyes, which is super fun.
So seeing this at first, it kind of is like, how would I wear this? And there's definitely a lot of ways, but we saw a lot of it on the runway, from Oscar de la Renta to so many different shows. Prabal did all of these amazing kind of graphic eyes with a lot of color blocking. So color blocking is a really great statement. You can wear it with multiple colors. But this time we saw it kind of in intentional places, so more of that graphic shape, really highlighting different eye shapes. It's not a color that you would expect that you would necessarily wear on the eyes, but it is definitely wearable, and it just kind of makes you think that you kind of have to tone down a little bit of the rest, and it's really your statement piece of color. I think for doing a graphic, it definitely has more of the 60s feel, so you want to keep everything very clean, and you want to keep the eyes really perfected. So with like a graphic look, clean skin, not too much of a sheen, and very muted lips, I think is gonna really pop the eyes more and make that the feature. Also, you don't really wanna wear a lot of color in your fashion wardrobe when you're wearing an eye like this. It's best to stick with neutrals because that's really gonna become your statement piece.
Totally. And then it can also be very kind of structured. Like
Yes.
there's these kind of fun shapes and ways to play with it, like at the Prabal show.
Yes, absolutely. So this is definitely, this was huge. It was all over, every single magazine beauty editor covered this look because it's really interesting. You might not think to wear this every day, but a lot of people are actually taking a color and doing it right on the brow bone. So just like right below where you would highlight, you would take like a really pale blue or like a metallic nude and do a pop of color, which would make this wearable. But it's such a beautiful shape, and taking all different colors. And again, you're seeing this with very clean skin, so it's all about the eye shape.
And so how do you kind of approach this every day? I mean, how is this like a powder? Is it a liquid?
Yeah,
Like, what's
so
the process?
I mean, I love using liquids and liquid eyeliners and cream liners for this. This particular look I did for Nanette Lepore a couple years ago, and we used a mix of like a really pretty sky blue and a pink, and using liquid liners, and just really it was on the lash line. So there wasn't a lot of color anywhere else. So this, to me, someone could pick up any color, like green, blue, reds, pinks, and this is the safest way to try it out, and wearable. So you would just take that, whatever your favorite color or kind of what's trending this season, and then pair it with a lot of mascara, and it's really simple.
It's super fun. And so our next trend, we're going to talk about
Yes.
glossy skin. The skin I wish I had right now, but I'm in a convention center. Just
Yes.
kidding.
It's a little dry in here, and then you're in Vegas, which makes it a little more
just,
challenging
like,
as well.
Just sucks it up. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So this first look is actually from the show that you did at Banana Republic.
Yes. So this is from Banana Republic, and they wanted to create a really soft, natural look. Banana always keeps everything very timeless and classic. This look was really great though because they added a little bit more intention with the gloss. So it was a little bit on the lids of the eye, and then a little bit more highlighted on the cheekbone. So this is where you would take more of a skincare product, like a face oil, and you would put it on a little bit more intentionally to create like this really beautiful, like highlighted skin, and then just leaving out areas like the T-zone where you wouldn't want that sheen.
Right. And do you literally just kind of like do that with your finger, or do you use a certain kind of an applicator?
Yeah, it's best, I think, just to pat it on with like the finger. I mean, you could use a brush, but oils are going to warm up to your skin, so it's nice to just kind of like hit it along and hit the brow bone, and it's a really easy, effortless look, and it just kind of like you went running and you got flushed, and your skin looks really healthy.
Yeah, I love that. Cool. And this next trend, rock and
coal.
coal.
Yeah.
Super
This is like a
sexy,
little
very
seductive.
Vegas.
Very Vegas. It's
Rocking this later.
a lot of people, I'm sure, will be seeing this later on tonight.
Yeah. So, of course, I mean, Alexander Wang.
Alexander, Kendall, and Bella, gorgeous looks. So this is all about taking the smoky eye, and you are kind of using a little bit more of a gritty approach to it. So it's not taking a lot of shadows or a shadow palette. It's really taking like a kohl pencil, black eyeliner pencil, and smudging it out. So it's almost kind of like an imperfect, perfect liner look. And it's really taking one product and creating this kind of dramatic look. It's a very like downtown girl, kind of like next day makeup, like unpolished, a little bit rock and roll, and then paired with like a lot of mascara. But this is a look that like anyone could do, and it's a great like day to night. You have one product in your bag and just go for it.
Totally. I love that next day look. And next up, burgundy eyes and lips. So into this.
Such a beautiful color.
So fall.
Yeah, it's very fall.
And I think, I mean, especially this first look from the La Perla show, I mean, on her skin tone, it's absolutely insane.
It's so beautiful, and this shade can be worn on various skin tones, but I mean, on Jordan, it looks beautiful, and it's that kind of like really deep romantic feel to it. It definitely has a smoky feel to it, but a little bit romantic, and the color is just beautiful. This is a little bit glossy as well, so it's. Again, you'll notice like everything else is kind of understated, and it's really that like intense color on the eye, and it's rich. But burgundies, you know, they can be worn other places and on the eyes, not just for the lips.
Yeah, totally. Although here at the Trina Turk show is a perfect example of
so
what you guys did.
So we did this for Trina Turk, and her inspiration was LA Confidential. So it was this very like, you know, LA vibe with a little bit of this rock and roll twist. And they wanted these deep red lips, so kind of almost this like wine stained, like Merlots, and keeping it very clean. And then the eyes become like very neutral. So it's like instead of using a black mascara, we use brown. So it's taking that and keeping it very, very modern and fresh. And then it's like all about that power pout.
To kind of wrap this up, I love these trends. I'm super excited about it. I would kind of love to hear from you how you guys approach kind of creating these looks for these shows. Like when a designer comes to you and you have the opportunity to collaborate, what's that process like?
Yeah, so it's so usually a week before to 3 days, we'll meet with the designers and hair team and nail team and go over the inspiration. So it all comes down to the designer's inspiration for the collection. A lot of times the makeup can be based off of the actual collection, or it can be based off of a mood board from maybe an inspiration from a movie or from an actress in a certain time period. And it's really interesting to see the textures play along. So it's a lot of really understanding the vision of the inspiration and then translating that into the makeup. And the designers have a huge, huge role. I mean, I would say that, you know, we're there to execute it, but it's really their vision. And what makes it so fun is that, you know, you go to all the shows and the tests, and then afterwards you see that kind of everything's kind of trending, and a lot of people are on the same wavelength, and you'll see certain trends at different shows, but it all kind of works in together. And so it's really fun to like see that aftermath after the shows and how that pulses into beauty.
Yeah, that's so incredible. Charlie, thank you so much for your
time.
Thank
you so much for having me.
I really appreciate this. This was a really awesome recap on some of the kind of leading beauty trends that we're going to see come fall, winter this year. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Chelsea.
We'll see you later.